Those Bear fans, as we know, have been tortured for a long time. They've had lack of exciting football teams in Chicago. And, man, karma has come back to go, hey, football gods, we're going to give you – and they're one of the most fun teams to watch with that damn quarterback and that psycho at coach. It's a lot of fun to watch.
When it was 21-3 at the half, I went through the should I just go to bed?
Right.
I could get a couple hours extra sleep.
Yeah.
But I know what will happen. If I stay up, it's going to stay 21-3. If I go to bed, they're going to come back and win. So I stayed up and watched it all. And then I stayed up. When you see one of those exciting games, it's like a shot of caffeine straight into your ass. And so I was up for like 2 hours working on the website. And,
right.
There were stories to advance based on the Packers collapse and different things. And Ben Johnson in the locker room saying F the Packers. And just so many different storylines that came out of it. But we said last week, we're going to find out what Caleb Williams does in these moments. Is he going to step up and be next-level Superman? No, he was just the same old Superman he is when he gets into a hole.
Right.
And it's funny, too, because he's one of the rare quarterbacks that can overcome the bad demeanor, the not-my-night demeanor. We see that from guys early, and it
he
doesn't
just kind of
change.
hangs in
like
there.
Aaron Rodgers, when Aaron Rodgers looks pissed off in a game, it's not going to change. But there's something about Caleb Williams where even if he's got bad demeanor early, he still has the faith that it's going to flip.
It's Mahomesian a little bit, and I think that's why.
But Mahomes never has that.
No, Mahomes usually never shows the bad body language, but we've seen Mahomes and the Chiefs be asleep or not do anything for a while, and then all of a sudden, that fourth and eight throw
was unbelievable.
is really one of the greatest throws we've seen in like playoff history. I don't think it's really getting the credit it deserves.
If Patrick Mahomes makes that throw, it is all anyone is talking about for a week.
A 4th and 8 after a penalty, running to your left, being pushed as you're about to throw it, and throwing a guy, down close to the sidelines right on the money was incredible.
With the jump man on the release, looking like Jordan.
Jumping up in the air, turning his shoulders as he's in the air to throw the football. When we talked about the game and broke it down last week, right, one of the things I think you'll remember me saying is this is a Caleb Williams game. The one thing that didn't go well the first 2 times they played them is the drop back pass game. And again, in the first half, it didn't work either. And this was one of those games where you went into halftime, to your point about being down 21-3, where you were a little bit like, man, that was a clear ass whooping right there. Like, I don't know if there's any way the Bears can really make this happen. I'm not sure. I mean, they didn't really show any hope. And then they go get the field goal. Then they get a stop. Then they go down and they get close again, right, and get stopped on a 4th and 1 inside the 10-yard line. You're going, oh, man, stopped again. Like, gosh, it's not going to happen tonight. It's not going to happen. But defense, again, shows up big in the second half. Dennis Allen and what he does there. And Caleb Williams in the offense to have over 300 yards in the second half, and the majority of that be Caleb Williams throwing the football and making unbelievable plays that way. It was amazing. It's a coming of age. It's to start a legend for Caleb Williams. He's got the talent to be in the conversation with the greatest quarterbacks in the league right now. He's that. We see he's got the calmness and the clutchness to do what you need to do in those situations. It's all about consistency with him a little bit. And, man, the second half he was consistent and awesome.
I was on radio in Chicago a couple weeks ago, do a couple of spots on the Score 670.
Right.
And I made the comment that I think he's on a trajectory to be a top 5 quarterback, and some people lost their minds because I said that, because they put the quote out on social media, and people were like, you're nuts, you don't know what we're talking about. I mean, do you not?
Are you not watching? Is what you should have responded. Are you watching the games? Are you watching him do things where you go, nobody on the league can do that except for Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes, and he does things like that every week. His arm is arguably the most powerful arm in the NFL. His speed is up there with anybody in the league running. His change of direction is up there with anybody. And now it's all about the polish. And we've seen
literally, it's about the polish on his nails.
Well,
I mean, this is
people hate him because of that.
This
is
ridiculous. People, grow the F up. Let people live their lives the way they want to live their lives. I don't care if he paints his fingernails, toenails. I don't care what he does. He's an incredible quarterback. And it is amazing, and it is special to see. And we saw it happen on Saturday night. And hey, who knows what's going to happen this weekend? It may be 52-49 final score.
It could be a shootout with these two.
Rams,
right, exactly.
Go back to the 2018 Monday night before Thanksgiving, 54-51, Chiefs, Rams. I mean, we could have the same kind of game.
Right.
If the weather holds up.
Right.
Now, the game is Sunday. See, Saturday they're calling for a ton of snow. Sunday, I think it's going to be okay. I like a snow game. I like it a snow game. I don't want a snow game if it's going to impede two great offenses.
Two passing offenses where you go, these two could be throwing lasers all night long. A windy night as that. I mean, we saw it. First off, Jordan Love played really damn good. But the Packers, and we've seen this from them throughout the year too. Let's not forget this. Moments of where did the offense go? Yep. What happened? We've lost our rhythm. It feels like if the Packers can't make a big play or do anything, they can't systematically sustain drives and do stuff like that. That's something they got to figure out. But this Bears team, their toughness, their belief, the amount of different weapons they have that they can go to in the pass game, that's what makes them different. And in a night where you felt like, hey, we know the Bears want to run the ball, and that's kind of been their bread and butter, but it didn't feel like they could run the ball at will, and they had to drop back. And this is, to me, where I just go, watch out, because this guy looks like he's getting it at quarterback. He looks like he's getting it. And when you get into games like that, with the magnitude of the game, and you go, wait, we can't run the ball, we got to rely on our second-year first pick of the draft to kind of carry us through. And man, as he's carried them through some of the toughest moments we've seen any teams be in throughout the whole season. But those drives at the end of the game, the throws, the ability to stay calm in the clutch moments are just unbelievable by some of these young quarterbacks, whether it's him, Drake May, Bo Nix. We saw Jaden Daniels last year, but Caleb Williams is the belle of the ball right now when it comes to that combo.
I love the play that scored the go-ahead touchdown because it's 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 25. You're down 3 points with 1:48 to play. And Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit were just talking about maybe you'll want to try to find a way to
take a shot
or the clock.
Right,
no, they're talking about using more the clock.
Okay, got you.
Like it was the perfect time to take a shot because it was the ideal time to not take a shot. Let's keep working this. Let's keep working the clock. Let's give Green Bay as little time as possible if we go up 31-27.
Yeah, the reverse psychology.
Right.
Right.
And they run that play, and Caleb Williams explained after the game, it was a screen pass that they had done before.
Right.
They'd been working on the fake for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
You pump it to Luther Burden. You got 3 people over there, DJ Moore, Colston Loveland, and Burden. Colston Loveland, breakout game for him.
Yeah, incredible.
Not that he had already showed that he was worth being the first tight end taken this year. I know everybody's smitten with Tyler Warren, and Tyler Warren's
They're both awesome.
Loveland's been pretty good too.
Right.
But DJ Moore trickles around and he's gone, and they take the touchdown. And that to me is just a sign of the gutsiness of Ben Johnson. Let's just take the lead now.
No fear.
And even though it could have gone poorly, they had to defend it down to the final snap.
Yeah.
They could have lost that game, and then the criticism would have been, why the hell did you score so quickly? Why did you have to throw it to the end zone on that play? Why didn't you work more time off the clock? But it worked. Just like with the Bills. What they chose to do ultimately worked. You trust your defense to get it done, and they did. And
he saw a moment to go for it, like you're talking about. He saw it. You're exactly right. And he probably felt like, this is a time they're starting to worry about us chewing up the clock. So here's a play that usually teams use that are high efficiency, chew up the clock type of plays, right? Let me just throw a little screen out here, let the receiver run for 5 or 6 yards. We're in a good position. We keep the clock rolling. They kind of use that psychology on the Green Bay Packers. Fake it, boom, down the sideline, touchdown. Phenomenal play. That's what I love about Ben Johnson. That's what you love about Caleb Williams. They go for it. Right? Now, if they didn't get in the chance to score whatever, they kicked the field goal, and they would have to depend on their defense, but they saw an opportunity to go, let's go for it right now. Let's get the touchdown. Let's get the touchdown because then they got to score a touchdown to beat us. And let's not forget, too, that their offense hasn't really done jack diddly squat in the second half except for one drive. And I think within that gives you the confidence to kind of go for it in that moment. But like to your point with Loveland, that's where they're fun. We know Chicago's playing with house money. And when they have some money to spend more on the defense this year, but you go Colston Loveland, ooh, okay. DJ Moore, ooh, man, okay. Luther Burden, ooh, okay. And we forgot about Rome Odunze because he's been dealing with an injury, and that's where they are dangerous. With a guy like Ben Johnson who could call and gets all these different formations and plays, and then he has different guys he can feature according to how you play him, right? And he obviously found something in film study to go, with the Colston Loveland part of the playbook's got to come out this week. We had a hard time moving the ball against this defense both times. What have I not done? And he found that Loveland certainly could give them some issues, and it was a big day for him.
And they better spend the cap space they have while they have it, because after next year, it's going to be time to write some big checks to Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
Earning them on
lots of nail polish coming his way.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.